This is the future.
Ignis Wraith is one of those weapons that are loved by the community. I mean, who wouldn't love to use a flamethrower in the game? Just so you know, this weapon was awarded from Operation, the Pacifism Defect event. And all those clans who have participated and did the prerequisite have the Ignis Wraith blueprint on their clan dojo. If your clan doesn't have it, then just ask for players in the region chat and someone will willingly give you the blueprint. Another way to get it is through the Void Trader. A fully built Ignis Wraith is now potentially sold by Bro Kit here in the concourse section of the Tenno Relay for 250,550. Note that Bro Kit here's stock changes with each appearance, and this weapon may not be available on a succeeding appearance. And lastly, the blueprint is now also available from Vale Proxima Grineer controlled territory abandoned derelict caches in Empyrean missions. The weapon didn't receive any increase in stats, but it got buff indirectly with the help of the galvanized mods and the new primary weapon arcanes. This is the first time that I can say that I love using Ignis Wraith compared to the Amperex. I am not saying that Amperex is bad. All I'm trying to say is that I have more fun playing the Ignis Wraith right now compared to the Amperex. It does melt enemies in seconds right now, including high-leveled enemies in Steel Path missions, and the best part is, it received a new gorgeous skin in the form of Flamethrower Plasm skin. Talk about killing with style. The build I'm using in my previous video on my Ignis Wraith is a simple combination of these galvanized mods, paired with Viral and the Hunter Munitions mod. This build is basically for high-level heavily armored units, as Viral increases your damage to health for each stack you inflict, while you get a constant damage over time coming from both Hunter Munitions / proc and the innate heat damage of Ignis Wraith. Since this weapon is classified as a beam weapon, you can extend its beam length by using the Sinister Reach mod. Also, proccing the critical buff of galvanized scope is easy since you can just aim and fry the heads of the enemies. The only thing I don't like about this galvanized mod is that all the critical chance stack after each kill goes away when the timer expires. It's very annoying that it doesn't work the same as the other galvanized mods or the damage stack from the weapon arcanes, which decreases its stack one by one when the timer runs out. However, it's still best, especially in a Hunter Munitions setup for the Ignis Wraith, so you can proc the / damage constantly. Anyway, like I have said earlier, it's easy to aim and fry the heads of enemies using this flamethrower. There are other ways to mod this flamethrower, and it depends on the faction you are facing or the mods that you currently have in your arsenal right now. The Hunter Munition Viral build is somehow a universal build, especially for those who haven't got the primed Bane mods. Also, you can replace either Hunter Munitions of galvanized scope if you please. And you can add Serration if you don't have the galvanized mods yet. But since we are talking about a full power build for the Ignis Wraith, or should I say late game or endgame build, then galvanized mods are requirements to maximize the damage potential of this weapon. If critical delays 200% critical chance is enough for you, or you are using Arcane Avenger in your tank Warframe, then you can replace this slot with a primed Bane mod. Faction mods does give double effect on status damage. It's mostly common to those mean maxers and they call it double dipping. You see, normal faction mods gives about an additional 69% damage instead of 30%, while the primed version gives out 140% damage instead of the 55% listed on the mod description. That is why you see a large damage boost when you equip a faction mod along with Elemental and then the new galvanized aptitude and primary arcane. Right now, it gets to the point where you don't need Serration for more damage, but for newbies that don't have galvanized mods and the weapon arcanes yet, then I suggest sticking with Serration. These two dual status chance mods are replaceable, depending on the faction you are facing. You can do with the usual gas for infested, magnetic and heat for corpus, or even go with radiation and Hunter Munitions for corpus and then the usual viral and heat for Oregon and Grineer, or pure radiation with Hunter Munitions build for Grineers. Right now, Ignis Wraith is one of those weapons that is universally good, and you can almost take it in any missions in the game, whether it's the normal star chart or the Steel Path version. I highly advise that you try this flamethrower right now with the galvanized mods and the primary arcanes, and I hope you enjoy burning enemies to crisp with the Ignis Wraith. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.